Anyway, welcome to Chicago. Camera, we sipping, we chill.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Okay, my
saying?
nigga, I put my
We
little
getting it
shit on.
in, you know what I'm saying? We gonna slide a few blocks, man. You know what I'm talking about. But shit, enough of me talking, man. Let them know who you is, man, and where you from, man.
Hey, man, my real name is Maurice Delk, and I'm not ashamed to say my real name, Maurice Delk, because I'm Melvin Delk's son. Uh, if y'all watch American Gangster by Larry Hoover, I'm Melvin Delk's son. My name is Maurice Delk. You know, rest in peace. My dad died in 2016. Rest in peace, man. And my dad was a governor on the West Side. You know, and but he was on some different stuff than I was. You know, what I'm saying he was on some political stuff, man, and he was just on some stuff. He told me, "Don't be out there banging. Just make a transition in your life and do your own thing, man, because it's bigger than that." But I'm originally from the Northside Chicago, Albany part, Shot Town, SA Street, St. Louis, and Ainsley. We
Okay.
about to get into this, Jack.
Okay. You know what I mean? And we're gonna definitely get off into that. But man, you know what I'm saying? You hit me with a quick left, you know what I'm saying, about your pops. You said that was your pops was who?
Melvin Delk.
Melvin Dell. You said he was a gov out west.
Yeah, out west. He was my pops. He was on. You saw him on BT. He's on BT on the Larry Hoover. We had one about Jeff Ford, Willie Lord.
Yeah, the American
See,
Gangster series.
that's my pops right
Okay.
there.
True that. True that. Man, you just hit me with one. That's real talk right there, man. But you say you grew up on the north side.
Yeah, I grew up on the north side, and I'm gonna tell that story about the north side.
Okay, what was it like? What was it like, man, growing up on the north side, man, when you was a youngster, man?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. My mom decided to get me away from the west side, right? Because she was like trying to protect me, actually away from my pop's lifestyle. She was trying to protect me, so she moved to the north side and like, oh, okay, it's a bunch of white boys and Latinos, and she thought she gonna protect me from the gangs. And the first day I went on the north side, I was young, I was about 12 years old. First day, they found out living in that one neighborhood over there, and it was all folks. I walked in and said, "You folks," I said, "Dude, I ain't folks. I wasn't no game bang. I was actually a little rapper. I was a little rapper, you know what I'm saying?"
Right.
And I got moved on the first day. I walked up in Von Steuben. It's called Upper Cycle. They had 7th, 8th grade Von Steuben on Kimball and Carmen over there, you know, in Albany Park. So, and when you live, and you know this, if you live in a certain neighborhood, you labeled as that organization over there,
Right. Right.
even if you ain't. And I'm like, I wasn't banging. I'm like, I ain't banging. I ain't trying to bang, man. And all of a sudden, next day I got again. My mom like, you got beat, you got moved on again. I said, yeah, I'm tired of this. You know me. I was then I started having anger toward the Latin Kings and the Familiar Stone, which they was called PR stones back then. And
Okay.
next thing you know, the folks looking like, hey man, you need to turn folks, man. You know what I'm saying? We got you, man. And I said, I ain't finna bang. And make the long story short, and I ended up cool with the folks out there because my first day over there, I started getting in a lot of trouble over there, and I was trying to stay out of trouble. That's why I tell people, man, if you're a neutron, if you live in a certain neighborhood, they're gonna label you.
Right.
Because I've done it. I've seen people like, if you live over here, you part of them, you know, and that's it. But North Side is like really gang infested, even though it looks all grass is green out there. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It looks all like, you know what I'm saying? It looks all perfect out there, but it is more gang infested than Homer Park, from what I've seen. More gang infested than the West Side. So go ahead, bro.
Okay. And what was some of the surrounding organizations that was around there?
Uh
I heard you say the familiar stones. Those another fraction of the stones?
yeah, they weren't familiar stones. It was on Kesey and Leadon. They were future, actually they were future PR stones. They originated from Belmont and Sheffield, but on Kesey and Leadon they called future PR stones. And they later on became Future Stones, and then I think in the late '90s they became Familiar Stone. They originally were Future PR Stones on Kesey Leland, and there's a block away from the Latin Kings on Lawrence and Kedzie.
Right. Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
That's what's up. Who was some of your big homies through there?
through where? You talking about the folk side?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you this. I went to Roosevelt High School. I went to Roosevelt. From Roosevelt, you got in that neighborhood, you got from the Kimball and Lawrence, from Kimball, all the black is all folks. So in the beginning, it was all Royals. It was all Simon City Royals. I knew Hotsa, they chief, the chief of the Royals. He was like they Larry Hoover over there. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
He ran a whole Royal organization over there.
Okay.
And that's what attracted me when I saw you with that interview over there, right? And Hotsa started recruiting black Royals over there, which one of my old GD folks, Capone, Poochie, and Two Scoops, and Godfather G, and they had a branch over there. It was some black Royals over there, you know what I'm saying? But I was cool with all the Royals, and then Hassa start letting the Spanish Cobras come over there, which is Spooky C, all the way from Lawndale and Leland, and then they start recruiting the IG start coming over there on Monticello and Leland, and then you got the SDs over there. See, I knew a lot of the leaders out there, man. Like Spade, he called up for the SDs over there. Actually, we was all like family over there, man. We had like universal sessions over there. Like we had folks meeting out there before we even, you know what I'm saying, before we even started a GD strip. But I'm gonna get into that, how we started GDs over there.
Okay, so before you saying before the GD strip started over there, all the different folk Latin organizations used to come together, you know what I'm saying, congregate, meet, you know what I'm saying, talk,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying. And then later on, the GD organization started to spread through that part.
Yeah. So my guy KK, he originally from the Greens. He was hanging at Jensen Park on Lawndale and Wilson, and he starts seeing the Black Royals over there, you know, and he started talking to the Black Royals, and he flipped GDs. And that's when I came through the picture, came in the picture.
Right.
And I ended up turning GD over there too. And then one of my guys, he used to be an IG from Spartan Armitage, and he turned to GD over there in that area. So he moved on Bernard and Ainsley. And so we had a vision and said, you know what, we're gonna make sure we the strongest organization here in Albany Park. I mean, we literally had a vision. So we had two GD strips, Sunnyside and Kimball. That's when KK from the Green started Sunnyside and Kimball.
Right.
And then we started Bernard and Ainsley. So I actually was originally for Sunnyside and Kimball, but my guy 12 gauge, they call him 12 gauge. And so he said, this dope, bro. I'm gonna start off Bernard and Ainsley. It was just me and him. It was the two of us. So I left, you know what I'm saying? I clicked up there with 12 gauge. So it was only two of us. And so I started recruiting Latinos to become GDs over there. And a few white boys. Yes, we did. Yes, I did. And we started getting a little deep. Sunnyside Kimball started getting deep. And so we had a meeting. I said, you know what, man? Since we always hang, we never hang on Sunnyside and Kimball. They didn't, but they always hung in our hood. I said, you know what? Let's decide to collaborate and just do a strip together on Bernard and Ainsley. So we was always hanging on St. Louis and Ainsley, SA Street.
Right.
And so SA Street, and we got deeper. And we started getting deep. We started getting deep. I called it for the shorties over there. You know, and after that, I got moved up. I became the chief of security over there. You know, and then we started getting real deep. We started the Royals outnumbered. Royals started getting locked up. GD started spreading around there. At one point, we were the biggest organization in Albany Park. And guess what? We wasn't even clicking with the. I'm keeping it real. We weren't clicking with Lawrence and Winthorpe. We weren't clicking with Howard Street.
Right. There's a lot of guys
we
over
was
there.
on our own thing over there. We didn't need that 8 and 6. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I felt a lot of them was bogus over there anyway. This is what we felt. You did, because they were sticking up their own, you know. So we started seeing some things. So we stayed on our own lane over here, right. And then we started. All of a sudden, there was some SGDs from Rosemont and Broadway, which I went to school with him. His name is Pepe, aka Jose, had Dirty D. They was hanging on us, and they had a vision and said, "Let's start up. You know, we want to start Drake and Ainsley." It was right next to St. Louis and Ainsley, like literally like a half a block away, and that's all she wrote. We ended up sharing a strip together.
Okay. True that. Was it a lot of backdooring going on back then versus now?
You mean backdooring, like
guys backdooring each other, setting each other up, doing snake?
Oh, you know what? It was bogus. Niggas went bogus over there, man. And that's what messed up our strip.
Right.
People started getting jealous when we was all as one. You know what I'm saying? We said in our literature, like, if we can't come together as one, don't come at all. And it was a lot of bogus stuff going on.
Okay.
People getting
Okay.
jealous. People start sticking up at them. And I started saying, like, come on, y'all. And that's when we fell apart, like in 94, 94. We
Right.
fell apart. And that's when the SGDs, that they came out there and just like, boom, you know.
Okay. Okay. True that. Do you think structure is important?
It's very important. I remember we had a meeting every Sunday, and I ain't talking about the dudes, just the dudes, but we weren't even allowed to call our own GD folks a bitch, even playing around. We were like very organized. I mean, we didn't play with each other, man. Or, organ organization is an organized, concentrated group of people who execute structure. And to all the young people that listen to right now, we was not a gang. We were an organization. And we were strictly by the laws. Even our chairman, Larry Hoover, said, you shouldn't go around hating organization because that concept is different from our own. I
Okay.
started learning things.
Right.
Like wow, what an organization is. See, it's different. You got it in LA, they were gangs. Chicago, we were
Right.
organization,
True that.
organized crime units. We wouldn't even let certain people join our organization unless they're a certain age.
Right.
You
True
know,
that. True that. True that. I heard you or maybe I don't know if that was you or not, but maybe if that was you, you spoke to or maybe crossed paths or maybe did an interview with what's that? The female local D.
oh, Loca D, she's such a good friend of mine. We talk on the phone.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you know her
No,
personally
no,
then.
I interviewed Loca D from Gangland. Everybody know Loca D. She was with Melvin Mendoza. She said on my live stream, Hector Mendoza, all that, and she
Right.
was 15 charged as an adult.
Hmm.
15 charged as an adult, and when she had did that did that crime, it was because it was a neutron. It was a guy that was slow. It wasn't because he killed one of her own. It was someone was slow. She was taking him to school every day. See, that's how we were. Took him
Right.
to school every day, and that bullet was meant for her and came for him. And that's
Hmm.
when her revenge came. It wasn't because like, oh, you killed one of my maniacs. It wasn't like that.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Right.
I'm gonna tell you my story a little bit too about a similar situation when I've been through with that.
Okay. Story time. Give me a story, man. Tell
I'm,
me.
I'm gonna tell you a little story. That's actually my last time being in Albany Park. Because I got to a point I couldn't be there no more. It's not because I was scared. I was scared to be like I was scared because I got tired of being locked up. Of course, we human beings, and I couldn't walk a certain block. My mom would be like, "Hey Maurice, my real name Maurice, could you walk to the store with me?" No, I don't put you in danger. I was scared for my mama. I didn't want her nothing to happen to my mother. You know, and one day I threw up a gang sign myself. I was like, GD, I went to a familiar store. I was like psycho crazy. I'm stacking them like this, and that bullet was meant for me. It was a guy that was working at McDonald's. He played soccer at Roosevelt High School. Bullet missed me and killed him. Hit him in his head. And yeah, that fucked me up.
Hmm.
That fucked me up. That bullet was with me. I even say, God, Lord, that should have been for me. And I want that bullet to hit me and not him. Because of my gang banging, it hit him.
Right.
And I started like, man, then I started being more rebellious. Start hating these stones and the kings more than ever. See, people think it's all about us hating organizations. We we have a history why we join these organizations.
Right.
We have a history for this, you know. But it's a lot of stuff, bro.
True that, true that, true that. And do you think that documenting our history of the street culture is an important thing to do?
Yeah,
Definitely that.
we definitely got to do that. And I look back right now. I look back like, man, that's why as myself, and and let me be honest, it's gonna always be in your heart. And people ask me, even my kids ask me, man, and I you know what, and I raised my kid to be square as hell. And my kids ask me, do you ever regret being in a lifestyle? I said, no, because it taught me to be the man I am.
Right.
It taught me common sense. I'm 50. Me, I'm 51 years old. I've learned a lot from being in the streets. I
Yeah.
learned a whole lot because I learned one thing. I learned one big thing that the cops are the real gangs. I've been around. Look, I was around when Steve Wilco was a narc. I was around Officer Gonzalez. These Logan Square cops. Look, those are the real gangs. I'm telling you. I
Okay.
seen
Okay.
them do that. I seen a cop went and shot me up with a needle like I was doing dope, and I ain't never shot up dope in my life. The
Repeat that.
motherfucker.
You said a cop watched you, or a cop? What did you just say?
No, a cop came to me, and grabbed me in the car and shot me up with a needle.
So he held the needle and poked you with
Poked me,
a cop.
a cop, and
Why?
said
Why?
I was doing heroin right here, and you know what? I never shot up in my life. That's how crooked these motherfuckers is.
What's this up north?
Up north, Albany Park. And I'll name these cops. I don't give a. Call me a snitch, everybody. I'm a snitch on these motherfuckers.
What
You
was
got
his name?
Officer Sergio Gonzalez. You got Officer Cooper. You got Officer Ruse. I say these names out here. You got Officer Pang. I will say these names out here. These cops
It's
ain't
deep.
no good. They the real gangs out there.
True
We
that.
was the
I'm right.
organization. They're the gangs.
I'm riding with you. I agree. True that. It just had me, in a deep thought for a moment, because so many of
Mm-hmm.
my previous episodes or podcasts, you know what I'm saying, these, type of people have been, poking their heads up out the wolves, you know what I'm saying? These hyenas a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But look, on to another subject, I see you got the Trump hat back there. How you feel about old Trump? What's up? Who you with? Trump or Camilla? Well,
I'm Trump. I'm Team Trump. I'm Team Trump
okay.
all day, Jack.
Okay.
Hey, it's so funny, right? I went to I'm gonna get into this. I went to a Trump rally right in Chicago some years back, and then they said, "We got some people that advocating with us." I run to the old school folks from Albany Park. I said, "You know what? It gotta be something with my era, man, because we come from a different generation, bro." You know, I
Right.
see some of the royal over there holding that little Trump stuff over there, Jack. I've seen it, bro. You know, but Chicago, Chicago is very political, and it
True.
was run by Democrats, and Democrats are way more crooked than anything in this world. And my dad, he worked with these people, and I said Chicago is very political, But yes, I run with Trump. I rode with Trump, and I don't stand up for all this bullshit. I don't stand up for all this men playing in women's sports. I don't stand up for it. I don't sign up for it.
Right. Right.
Yes, I opened up my eyes a little bit. I don't, yes, I was a little bit more aggressive on gays back in the days, but it's a different generation. And I learned to calm my ass down on certain things, but I don't sign up. I don't sign up for the bullshit.
Right.
I don't. I don't.
Right. True
I
that.
believe both parties are jacked up, messed up, told from the flow up. But that's my thing. I'm an activist. I travel a lot, and I tell my story.
That's what's up. You said you're an activist and you travel. Where you be traveling to? Where you
I'm
regular
gonna travel
Jacques
to
Cousteau,
DC.
huh? What Jacques Cousteau at? Where we at with it?
Yeah, I don't travel to DC, down south, like to Georgia, California, Florida, and I just talk about these foreign migrants. I talk against these illegal
Mm,
immigrants,
true that. True that. Look,
and
how do you
we've been
feel
dealing
about
with these
the
illegal immigrants even in the '90s, even in Albany Park. We've been dealing with these people.
Yeah, that's definitely a touchy subject too. You know what I'm saying? A hot topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely gonna have to bend on an episode of that. But also
Yes.
tell me this: how you feel about the black preachers in the churches in the community?
Oh man, they fucked up. I call them Negro religious entertainment centers because as a person that I grew up in a church, I grew up in a church. My mama used to force me to go to church. Maybe that's what turned me into rebelling. But I believe that especially the black churches, they know better. Why are the black churches are not calling the fuckery out? Why are they not calling out and you know better? And I'm talking about the TJ, especially in Chicago. Chicago are the most corrupt ministries I've ever seen in my life. Because I know this, because my dad used to take me to these churches. You know, I got an uncle that's an ordained reverend and just keep doing bullshit out there, man. And one thing about me, and I'm gonna say this, I'm not perfect, but I'm not a man that gonna play with God. These people play with God too much.
Right.
If you're gonna be who you are, you be who you are. Stop playing, you know. And you got it kind of remind me of these Jesse Jackasses, which is Jesse Jackson, these Al Sharpton. You
Right.
know, if you notice, see, I'm going back to these Democrats. They are preachers, these black preachers, but it goes back to that.
True that.
You know,
You definitely hit it on the head, man. You definitely got a definite amount of a wealth of knowledge up under your belt, man. So it's definitely an honor to have you on here talking your talk right now. How you feel about the youth out there in the pill popping, man? I mean, if the youth are our future, you know what I mean, and we looking at them from where they stand at today, how do you feel about it? You think it is looking good or what?
no, it's not looking good. And look, let me keep it real. And I'm hoping that you've listened to this, man,
Right.
and people in your audience listen to this. Dear youth in this generation, y'all a bunch of pussies. Y'all a bunch of pussies. Back in the days, if we had a problem with a nigga, we directly going to blow your brains out. We're not gonna go and accidentally kill a 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 6-year-old. You
Right.
guys can't shoot. You got machine guns. You some skinny jean wearing ass niggas. Y'all a bunch of pussies. I'm 51 years old, and I will bet you I'll beat all y'all asses one-on-one. You don't know how to fight no more. You don't know how to stand up no more. Matter of fact, you can't stand on them skinny ass jeans. And I'm gonna say this, and you youth, man, y'all should y'all should just evaluate yourself more than ever, because you guys are not men no more. I mean, matter of fact, you guys are not men. And I say this, brother. I say this with all my heart, and I tell them in their face when I go to Chicago. When I went to Inglewood a couple of years ago, I even told them GDs, and I'm old school GDs. Y'all a bunch of pussies. Y'all walking around with machine guns online on Instagram. We got violated if we sit there and they're like, oh, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I got my little shit right here. We
Right.
weren't even allowed to tell our business. We weren't even allowed. You get a violation. Matter of fact, we'd have violated you out. You would have got a pumpkin head out of here.
Right.
You know, we had respect, bro. You guys got no respect.
True that. True that. True that. How you feel about the mental health in the community? You feel there's a high level of mental health issues in the community?
It is higher than ever. I mean,
Why is that? What are we lacking? What are we looking at? You
we
know?
are lacking. I look. A lot of people want to say a 2-parent home. I'm going to say a 1-parent home too, because even our mothers knew how to raise us. Even single mothers knew how to raise us.
Right.
You know, I just put a post earlier on Facebook that if I rolled my ass at my mom, even was gangbanging, my mom would still bust my lip. She like, I know you out there selling up with doing that, but you ain't gonna disrespect me. They don't have respect for their parents. If they don't have respect for their parents, they gonna have respect for society. Because my mother will come out there and see us gang banging, and my mother will walk up to and punch my GD folks in the jaw. It took a village back then.
True that. True that.
Judge
True that.
Egg.
True that. True that. Definitely that. You think two parent households are important?
Definitely it is. But I want using it as an excuse that why people shit fucked up. Shit happened. People go through divorce. Because I grew up in 2-parent household too, but my dad was always gone somewhere. But my mama stuck her foot in my ass the most. Most of my ass whippings came from my mama.
True that. Do you follow the conscious community?
This sound very familiar, bro.
You know, things like Side TV, you know, the
Oh
Hebrewism.
yeah, side of
You
the
got these,
TV. Yes,
you know,
yes,
all the different pro-black religious
yes. Side of the TV.
organizations.
Brother Sanchez.
Hmm.
I just talked to Brother Sanchez. He came in my chat room earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came in my chat room. Oh shit, yeah. I'm very cool with the black sector, and I'm very respected with them. Yeah. Definitely, brother.
What are your thoughts on the conscious community, or what are your religious practices?
You know what? My religious practice, I believe in Jesus Christ. He's our savior. You want to believe what you believe, Muslim, whatever, but I believe Jesus is the Son of the living God, and I believe you can't get to heaven without Jesus Christ. Yes, maybe because I was raised, but that's what I believe.
Right, right.
It's more accurate to me.
Okay, true that. Now ask me this. Who has done more for the black community? Marcus Garvey or Jesus Christ?
Ooh, you got a trick question, but I'm gonna say Jesus Christ.
You willing to explain that?
You know, well, you want to talk about modern day? I
You-
say modern day. I would go with Marcus Garvey. I'm gonna take my personal belief out of that.
Okay, okay, true that, true
I'm
that,
gonna take that. At least I'm honest.
true that, true that, true that. And I appreciate the honesty that, who were some of the people that impacted you coming up? People you looked up to?
I look up to. Wow. Well, I do look up to my dad. Rest in peace. And I look up to Malcolm X.
Give me some
Even though he
story.
haven't,
Give me something a story about your pops, man. The type of guy he was when he was a street cat. So give me some of the grittiness. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna tell you about
saying?
my pops. I'll bring my GD folks by the crib, and he would look at me. I have my GD folks over there. We got our hat broke to the right. He'd knock our hats off our heads and said, "Straighten your hats up in my damn house. You a GD, but you ain't you ain't got to go out there demonstrating it. Make a transition in your life." My pops was out there doing stuff with Danny. He actually helped Danny K. Davis, the congressman out there. He was out there doing things.
Mm,
GD's in his heart, but he said we ain't go out there cocking our hat. We ain't got to do that. And when I was in the office with my dad, he had Vice Lord, he had Fred Gage, he had Willie Lloyd. He was cool with everybody. He said this: we don't hate organizations because they different. So
right.
that's what Chief said. But my dad taught me a lot that it's okay to be in an organization, but you ain't got to go and demonstrate it. You ain't got to go do this. You ain't got to go do that, do this.
Mm-hmm.
My dad straight up folks. He got a 6 on his arm, but he never shook up folks with me or shook up folks with my folks.
Right. True
He
that.
had everybody out there volunteering. He believed in making transition. He was cool with Gator. So Gator even said that Hoover wouldn't even let him out there gang banging. Same with my pops. He was out there doing political work, helping people, helping the youth.
Right.
And my pops taught me that. And then I was hard headed like a motherfucker, and I was still doing it.
Was you part of
'Cause
the 21? Was you part of the 21 Century Vote?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I was very rebellious.
Okay.
And Pop looked at me like, you know what? Somebody gonna blow your goddamn brains out. You need to chill out, son.
True that. True that.
You got that young mentality,
True
you
that.
know.
True that. True that. Have you ever heard of your pops bumping heads and rubbing shoulders with G Shab?
Nope, never heard that.
Okay. You know who G Shab is?
Nope.
Okay. All right. For sure that. True that. True that. How you feel about the drill music in the community?
Drill music. Can you be more specific about the drill music? So I'm kind of like
Say that again.
drill music. Can you explain what a drill music is?
Drill music, hip hop, the current state of hip hop in Chicago.
Now we talking. Now we
Right.
talking. Okay. See, I'm showing my age right here, man.
True
Uh,
that. True that.
by me being a former rapper, man. I believe the music is garbage. They don't spread message. Even when we spread gangster rap, when we doing gangster rap, at least we had a message.
Okay.
We was getting our point across. You dig?
Okay. You say you
My
see,
daughter's a rapper, so So
what's
I
her
try.
rap name? What's her rap name?
Her name's Ash. She go by Ash. I actually started my daughter off doing Christian rap. I kept her like at 10 years old. I sheltered my daughter, and I always taught her to keep conscious rap going on. I didn't want her to follow my footsteps.
Right. Right.
Didn't want
True
that.
that.
Didn't want that.
True that. And you was doing your thing on the rap scene too, I guess.
Yes, I
And
was.
what was your rap name?
My rap name was Big Reese at that time. I was Big
Big Reese.
Reese.
All right. Give me 4 bars, Big Reese.
Dude, I can't rap no more, bro.
All right,
I,
dude. All right, dude.
you go to my MySpace and see my old stuff, bro.
Your
But I'm so
MySpace.
old school. I haven't rapped in like
That
25
guy
years.
still wake up. Your MySpace.
Yeah, I still got my MySpace by Big Reese. You can still look that up, man.
Okay, all right, all right. You doing your one too. I get you. I feel you, know what I'm saying. And this show been a treat having you on here, man, to have players meet, talk about it, you know what I'm saying, to get some of that Albany up north history, you know what I'm saying. Much respect to your pops out west when he was doing his thing, man. And we're gonna have to get you back on here another time, man, to chop it up. Or maybe I'm gonna come on your platform and talk my talk one day. You feel me?
Oh, you come back anytime, man. I got a big audience over there. You dig? And
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
find me on on YouTube, of course, YouTube. You can find me
Okay.
on X, formerly Twitter, True Social. You can
Yeah.
find me on Rumble. There's a free speech platform. You dig?
Okay.
You know,
That's what's up. That's and your name on them social platforms is what?
Mo Reach Dope, the name you see right here, Mo Reach Dope, Mo.
Already. True that, true that. Before we get up out of here, man, is there any words you want to tell a youth out there, man? What you want to tell a youth, man?
I'm gonna tell the youth to calm your asses down. Calm y'all ass down, man. Cause society don't give a fuck about y'all. You know, y'all need to calm your ass down.
Do that.
Like I said earlier, back in the days, if we had a problem with somebody, we didn't go shooting in the air. We didn't go. We went directly at these people over there. We went directly at the, at the enemy out there. You know, and I still think y'all a bunch of pussies, and I'm gonna say it.
Hey, he put a pin on that. You know what I'm talking about. You know what it. Bo Reese, he said that he did. And look, and if you want to give a word to the OGs out there, man, what you want to tell the OGs?
I'm gonna tell the OGs this: keep lead by example. And keep stand up for what you believe in, and keep getting involved. It's crazy, right? Because I still talk to a lot of the OGs, even my old enemies, even Latin King that we used to go at it for million stones, and we look like, you know what, man, that was back in our days, man. You know what, we made a transition in our life, man. We kind of laugh about it how we used to like go at each other, and
Okay.
you know, most of us are grandfathers now, and I'm gonna show you this, people. I love my grandkids, man, and I refuse to let my grandkids, to repeat my life,
True
and I
that.
would not ever let it do it. But I don't regret my lifestyle. I don't regret what I've done because it made me the man I am today.
True that.
It
True that.
made me the man that I am today. It's called common sense. A lot of times, God puts you in the midst of things. It's like He put Moses. He allowed Moses to go through. He allowed Moses to even go kill a man. You know, but God still uses it. You can still be a vessel for God. I'm not a perfect guy. I'm not perfect, but Lord knows I'm trying, and I'm gonna
True that.
until my last breath. I'm gonna still be a vessel for God.
True that, and that's all that matter. And I appreciate you for coming on here talking your talk, man. It's much needed, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bend back on you in a few or two, you know what I'm talking about. We'll get another one in. Now I'm gonna leave you as I come, man, with plenty much love, life, and loyalty, my brother. I get back at you.